Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Friar's Desk, where we talk about spiritual insights, inspirational stories, and innovative ideas. It is estimated that at least 3.6 million Filipinos are facing mental health issues during the pandemic, including depression, substance use, and anxiety, which for some who have not experienced it easily dismiss as nothing short of alarming. We have in this episode our guests. We have first Professor Maria Claudette Agnes, PhD, the Assistant Dean of the College of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, Major in Psychology, former Chair of the Department of Psychology. Ma'am, can you please briefly introduce yourself?
I am Maria Claudette Alvarez Agnes, a clinical psychologist.
How are you, ma'am, connected or involved in the mental health issues?
Regarding the mental health issues, we've been dealing with a lot of mental health with our students, and in the crafting also of the mental health bill, um as chair of the technical panel of the psychology program in the Philippines, I was asked to draft um, some statements regarding the mental health issues in the Philippines.
Yeah, it has now become a national issue. We will be talking about that a little while. Secondly, we have Miss Chat Suniko, MA, RGC, RPM, CMFA of the Guidance in Counseling. Ma'am, can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hello po, Ma'am Chat po ako sa mga estudyante and guidance counselor po ako for over 30 years. And my involvement is really listening to what our students are experiencing. So, kaya po may CMHFA, Mental Health First Aid po. Besides being a guidance counselor, it's also very important that we also have that knowledge on mental health first aid.
All right. Thirdly, we have Associate Professor Ryan Francis O. Cayubit, PhD, Assistant Director of the Office of Admission and Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Psychology. And he is also the former chair of the Department of Psychology. Sir, can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Ay, hello everybody. No? So ako po si Ryan Cayubit and yung ating involvement po sa mental health is mainly related sa ating trabaho with the athletes, no? Kasi isa rin po ako sa mga psychologists ng Philippine Sports Commission.
All right. And last but not the least, we have Assistant Professor Karen Katrina V. Trinidad, PhD, Chair of the Department of Psychology of the College of Science. Ma'am, please.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. So my name is Karen. So ang work ko talaga is with the students. So we listen to the concern of the students. Aside from that, I'm teaching also abnormal psychology. So nadidiscuss namin doon ng mental health. And also like with Sir Ryan, I also work with the Philippine Sports Commission as sports psychologist.
All right. This is very interesting topic because this mental health issue has become not the norm, but it has become the issue of the Filipinos now. After this has become the issue now of Filipinos, no, after the pandemic. First of all, ma'am, siguro, ma'am Chat, can you please briefly discuss to me what is mental health?
Other Dex, ako po, dahil po araw-araw may kausap po ako, so importante po ang binibigay ko sa kanila. Attention to whether there is that entity na tinatawag po namin lusog sa isip. So when you term it mental health, lusog sa isip, yung pong kabuuan ng isang batang lumalapit, magulang nakausap, gurong nakikisalimuha. So lahat po yun nakikita natin sa pagkipanayam ng mga tao po. So, when there is anything that bothers them in their normal function, doon po tayo nakakaproblema. So, the continuity, the wholeness of one's person in terms of social, emotional, yun po.
Mhm.
Yan po yung sakop ng mental health.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am Karen, kasi pag sinabi kasing mental health issue, we understand about physical health, may nasasaktan, may nasusugatan, and there are certain treatments that we could give. But this mental health issues has come to fruition only now. Pero tama ba yung pagkakaalam namin na ngayon lang sa generation na to? Because people from other generations, the boomers, sabi na sa generation X, Y, parang sinasabi nila, this is just a phase that young people need to undergo. Is that the case?
Actually, ang mental health, noon pa siya talaga. Kaya lang, pag pinag-uusapan natin kasi ang mental health, Father, parang it's a sign of weakness, parang kahinaan. Kaya ang nangyayari is that yung mga tao, hindi siya pinag-uusapan kahit na meron na silang nararamdaman, kahit na meron sila na gustong isangguni sa isang tao, hindi nila ginagawa. Lalo na kasi feeling nila, pag sinabi nila yon, it's a form of weakness. No, katulad sa case namin ni Sir Ryan, ang isang atleta, titignan mo sila physically, or kahit tayo, non-athletes, we are strong physically. But in terms of psychological or social or emotional, hindi mo siya nakikita na meron na pala siyang pinagdadaanan.
Pero itong mga, Sir Ryan, itong mga mental health issues, does this, or do this only involve young people? Or does this involve a lot of people, even the older generation, do experience this mental health?
Father, definitely it does not only involve young people. It is also not a phase, no? It is a reality, no? So present siya in everybody. It just so happens siguro na mas evident siya sa young generation natin because pwede siguro nating sabihin they are more open now, they are more liberated now, and we have social media also wherein lahat na lang ng ginagawa natin ay nakashare na. As compared to older generation na hindi sila sa ganung kultura lumaki. So maaring naka-experience din sila ng depression, loneliness, or kung anong pa mang mental health problems nung araw. Kaya lang at that time, hindi naman siya ganung open pag-usapan. So, pwedeng ininda na lang nila sa sarili nila, no, sa kanila na lang.
Minsan ba tinatago lang nila sa sarili nila yon, Sir Ryan?
There is a possibility na ganon, Father, no? Especially kung lumaki ka siguro sa isang pamilya or sa isang environment na parang hindi okay or hindi kayo sanay na pinag-uusapan kung ano yung saloobin mo.
Ma'am Claudette, sinasabi po kasi ng older generations because this younger generation did not experience that kind of discipline na hindi daw sila pinapalo, hindi daw hinahataw, kaya sila parang they sort of sabi nga ni Ma'am Karen kanina, mahina because they did not experience that kind of pain from their parents, kaya sila mahina. Tama ba yung ang assessment nun?
Kasi Father, actually, itong mental health, parang noon tinitake for granted ng mga tao. Pero tama si Karen, tama si Ryan na talagang nandyan na. Ngayon kasi, Father, tipong yung mga bata, kulang yung sacrifice na ginagawa nila. Kasi during our time, for example, wala pang mga Google, wala pang mga cellphones nung maliliit pa. Kumbaga, itong mga bata, hindi naman sa mahina. It's just siguro the kind of training that they got from their parents. No?
Ma'am Chat, ano kaya mga first signs na nagkakaroon na ako ng mental health issue?
Nakakatuwa po kasi karamihan po ito, iba-iba po yung senyales. Pero ang pinaka-common po, they would say, nalulungkot ako. Bakit kaya ganito? Ano kaya ang nangyayari? So the mere fact that the student would ask that question, or anybody, pwedeng hindi estudyante, kahit kunwari po ako, bakit kaya iba ang pakiramdam ko? Bakit parang nalulungkot ako? Bakit parang ganito, parang mabigat? Ibig sabihin po, yung awareness po ng tao na may nagbago. Ang palatandaan pong kadalasan ay may sumobra o may parang kulang. Lagi pong the lack or excess. Those are signs that would tell you na something must be wrong.
Ma'am Karen, ano po kaya yung pinaka-pulot dulo, sabihin natin, ng mental health issue? What causes these mental issues to come about? Kasi I do not know if parang mere sadness ba o depression. Does it constitute being a mental health issue already? But kunwari, sabi ko, nalulungkot ako ngayong araw na to. Or mga 3 araw na ako nalulungkot pero hindi ko naintindihan. Does that constitute a mental health issue na?
Madalas kasi, Father, ang ginagamit natin na pag malungkot ka, depressed ka. Pero syempre, in terms of sa psychology, meron kaming fina-follow, no? Na hindi pwede na ilang araw lang ikaw ay depressed na. No? So may tinatawag kami na diagnostic criteria. Kapag pumasok ka sa criteria na yon, then pwede nating sabihin na meron kang mga symptoms ng depression. Katulad ng kunyari sa depression, dapat malungkot ka more than 2 weeks. No, so kung ilang days lang, it can be sadness. No, so tama rin yung sabi ni Mom Chat na there's a change in behavior. No, kumbaga dati masayahin ka, biglang nalulungkot ka, feeling mo empty ka. Ano pa yung change in behavior? Yung sa pagtulog mo, no, nababawasan, pwedeng pagising-gising, or madalas yung pagtulog mo kasi escape din yan. Sa pagkain, no, it can be increase or decrease of appetite, concentration. So may mga changes in behavior na yan ang simptomas, no, na nagkakaroon ka ng poor mental health.
Sir Ryan, yung pagtingin niya kasi sa sarili niya, doon niya nakikita. But coming from outsider's perspective, can they also look on those symptoms na this person is having mental health issues, or pwedeng matago ng isang tao na may mental health issue siya? Sir Ryan.
Well, Father, there is always a possibility of hiding, no? Lalo na kung conscious yung effort mo na ayaw mong ipaalam sa iba na meron kang iniinda. Pero kaya din siyang i-detect ng kahit na sino, lalo na yung mga friends mo, those people who are close to you. Kasi they know what you do, they know your routine, for example. So if there is a slight change, so malalaman po nila, no?
Ma'am Chat, ano kaya ito? If the first symptoms take effect in you, should you be worried, or should you consult another person, or should you consult a professional immediately?
To that po, kailangan po talaga meron ka pong mapagsabihan. That's the first foremost indication that you are aware something was wrong. But I would like to go back to what Ryan was saying regarding yung nahahide po. Marami pong tao na ang pagtatago po ay isang step para ma-embrace po nila na sila ay may nararamdaman, pero ayaw po lang nila ipahalata. So, yung binabanggit po niyo na madidetect pa ito ng mga ibang tao. I would just want to emphasize na importante nga po, kaya po tayo kapag sa paligid po natin, may nakita po tayong kakaiba sa isang tao, lalo na kung malapit po sa atin, we have to call their attention.
Thank you, Ma'am Chat, for that. No? So it's not just an isolated event. Mental health issues are not an isolated event in one's life. Pero that's why it is not isolated. It has become a national issue. That's why bills have been filed, no, para maging law. So, Ma'am Claudette, how does it begin to be involved in as a national issue?
Father, we have the Philippine Mental Health Law, no? And right now it's implemented, no, Father. And the lead agency is the Department of Health. Talagang ang laki ng tulong ng mental health, ng Philippine mental health, kasi nagkaroon ng awareness ngayon. At nagkataon nga, Father, na before the pandemic, no, it was implemented. So kaya akala ko as a psychologist nung pandemic na wala kami gagawin. Kami pala yung mabenta, no? Kasi nga gabing-gabi may tatawag sa amin na yung anak ko hindi makatulog dahil takot siya, dahil na-expose siya. And then, yung anak ko hindi makasunod sa online. Ang laki ng issue talaga ng mental health. And then, sabi ko nga, kailangan ang mga humawak talaga, yung mga professionals.
Tama naman na na-involve talaga ang buong bansa, no? Most especially for sa Senate, sa Congress, na nakita nila yung kahalagahan din ng psychologists, no? But when we come to the first responders, if I may say, ang mga parents, most especially for those students, for those students who may be having mental health issues, those, Ma'am Karen, yung mga parents, how do they respond to these mental health issues? Kasi minsan sila yung nagpapanik, no? Ano yung kailangan na unang gawin dapat nila?
Actually, Father, yung awareness ng parents, no, na dahil alam mo may pagbabago sa kanyang behavior, then at least aware ka. Parang iba yung pattern niya ngayon, no? Wala siyang gana kumain. Bakit tulog siya ng tulog? So yung mga sinyales na yon mahalaga na alam ng isang magulang.
Ma'am Chat, sa UST, ano yung ginagawa natin in order to address this mental health?
Ang una po kasi natin, binibigyan ng awareness and information and education students. Pangalawa po, magulang. 2020 February, tayo po ay nag-lockdown. Kami pong mga guidance counselor ay nagpapanik dahil alam po namin yung mga batang pwedeng apektuhan ng mga domestic triggered mental issues. Pero bago pa po mag-March, kasi po February po yun, di ba? March 20 po, nabigyan na po agad kami ng go signal. Use every means by which you can reach your students. Kaya po nag-Facebook po kami. Ay, hindi po pala kami protektado. That's when we started. Kaya tama po si Ma'am Claudette na sinabi po niya na may gobyerno, may mga mambabatas. Kaya po, ang bilis din ng response ng administration. Nagkaroon po tayo ng plataforma kung saan ang amin pong mga sessions ay encrypted at protected.
Yes, most especially if people would not admit that they have mental issues, especially the athletes, Sir Ryan, no? When they want to project that they are strong, they are capable of doing sports, malalakas sila eh. Kasi if they admit that they are weak, makikita agad ng coach, itatago ko na lang. So, how do we deal with the athletes' mental health issues, sir?
Siguro, Father, before dun sa athletes, in relation to what everything has been said, acceptance is key. Kasi kung hindi po tatanggapin ng tao na may possibility na may problema siya, kahit na sandamakmak na dami ng psychologists at counselors ang iharap mo at iba't ibang therapy ang ipagawa mo, wala pong mangyayari. No? So acceptance is key. So ganun din po sa athletes. Minsan lalapit pero hindi alam kung ano yung iinda. So i-orient mo, magiging aware siya. So wala rin pong mangyayari kung hindi na siya babalik. Usually, hindi yan babalik kung hindi niya tanggap na meron siyang ganong possibility na may ganong problem.
Thank you po, Sir Ryan. Ma'am Karen, tama ba na sabihin na yung social media has played a big part in this mental health issues, that they would say that in order to address this issue, you just need to stop the social media at all?
May epekto siya, Father, kasi syempre with social media, marami kang nakikita. At depende sa tao kung paano niya, yung perception niya dun sa nakikita niya. Sa iba, pwedeng maganda yung dating sa kanya nung post, pero sa iba, parang hindi okay, no? Yung iba diyan pumapasok na naiinggit, no? Naiinggit sila na kailangan ganun din sila, no? So yung social media depende siya sa tao, no? So sabi nga natin, it's a powerful tool, pero depende kung feeling mo sa iyo apekto siya, mas maganda na may cut-off ka.
Ma'am Claudette, can we call this mental issue a disease?
Kung severe, probably it's really a disease, no? Ang tawag ko dyan is biktima ng panahon. Kasi kagaya nitong mga estudyante natin, no, yung during the pandemic na hindi nila alam kung paano mag-open ng kanilang laptop. Kasi hindi naman sila trained eh. Lalo na yung mga nasa probinsya. Buti nga tayo, nakikita natin yung laptop natin eh. So ito ay isang kahinaan. Pero as we're here, no, mga mental health professionals kami, kung talagang sasabihin natin na severe depression na, kasi may diagnostic criteria nga kami sa psychology, sa guidance and counseling na fina-follow. Kasi kung ano na siya, kung severe, pwede mo nang sabihin na disease. No? Pero kung halimbawa, ano lang siya, mild lang, no? Lahat naman tayo dumadaan sa stress, lahat naman tayo ay nagkakaroon ng problema, no? But the way how we're going to cope with it, no, would depend also with the kind of personality that we have. And it boils down also with the kind of upbringing that we have. Sabi nga ni Sigmund Freud, what you are now is a reflection of what you were before. So, kailangan talaga titingnan natin ng mabuti, no? Kasi pag malabel na natin ng tao na suffering from psychological illness, alam mo, ang laki ng impact sa kanya, yung stigma sa tao.
Ma'am Chat, no? Is there any way that we can prevent this mental health? Kasi kung if we are curing it, in a sense, then is there a way for us to prevent these mental health issues?
I would say yes. Ako po kasi sa lahat ng pagkakataon, sinasabi ko na walang taong masama, walang taong forever magkakamali. I always leave a room for hope and change. Yun nga po yung isang bagay na hindi mapapalitan. Let's just take an elastic band. When someone is stressing, well, everyone undergoes stress, and we pull it more, and then it breaks. A broken rubber band can never be the same rubber band again, but you can still use it in the same way. So that's where my cure is coming in. Cure is always possible.
Okay, that's a very good response, no, and that's a very good answer that there is a way to prevent, no, to prevent this. Now we go to our last question. Actually, it's not a question but a message. Maybe you give your your message to our viewers of the Friars Desk. Pwede natin silang kausapin on how to deal, on how to prevent, and how to go about if they are having those mental health issues. Maybe we could start with Sir Ryan.
Reminder po siguro, no, kung meron tayong iniinda, huwag tayong matakot or huwag tayong mahiya humingi ng tulong, no, kasi hindi siya senyales ng kahinaan. Bagkus ka senyales siya na isa kang matatag at matapang na tao kasi willing kang aminin, no, na meron kang kahinaan, meron kang iniinda. So, it's not a sign of weakness. So, sabi nga nung palabas ata, it's okay not to be okay.
Yes.
So hindi naman palagi na dapat 100% fully functioning at okay ka, no? So, there are many things that could make you stumble, and what's important is how you are going to get up after that, no? And seeking help is the best thing, no, to be able to move forward, ika nga.
Thank you, Sir Ryan. Now, with Ma'am Karen, please.
Sa akin, siguro mas maganda that we focus on what we can do, no, something about it. Kasi madalas iniisip natin yung mga bagay na wala naman tayong magagawa. So focus on the things that you can control, and then you focus on the present, the now. Madalas kasi, Father, di ba, yung iba, they focus too much on the past. Past is something that you learn from. Yung iba, nagkakaroon ng anxiety because too much of the future. Wala ka pa doon, no? Future is something that you prepare for, pero it should not hold your happiness. So you should be in the present, yung now. Kasi you will never be happy in the future if you're not happy now. So yung ngayon, no? So kung ano yung meron ngayon, you enjoy, be happy. Yung mga tao na nasa paligid mo, appreciate mo. Then dyan lalabas yung pagiging grateful. Tapos siguro, Father, maganda example din kasi yung sa athletes nga, yung kay Heidi Lynn Diaz, diba? She was able to win yung gold medal because holistic yung approach niya. She can be very, very strong physically, but she involved her psychological or her mental health. And then she also admitted that at some point, she needed help. And because of that awareness na kailangan ko ng help, she seek for it. Kaya ang nangyari is that holistic yung approach niya. So katulad niya, parang tayo, kahit di naman tayo athlete, habang nabubuhay para tayong atleta, no? Sabi nga, life is like a marathon. So we are all athletes. So na-expose tayo sa stress, sa depression, sa anxiety, but tuloy lang, tuloy lang.
Tama, ang ganda naman po na sinabi natin. Ma'am Chat, please.
Okay, parting words po. Gusto ko lang po sanang ipaalala ang paghinga. Tayo po ay nilikha ni Lord through the breath. And every time we get to be anxious, to be idle, we also become aware of our breathing. Humihinga po tayo. Para po tayo makalma, hihinga na naman po tayo. Kaya po pag sinasabing may buntong hininga, malalim, at sa pagtapos po, wala nang hininga. Huwag po nating antayin yon. Enjoyin po natin kung ano yung meron tayo ngayon. Enjoyin po natin yung ibinibigay sa atin. At lagi po tayong titingala upang magpasalamat. Hinga, humihinga, magpahinga, pero wag maghihingal. Mahirap po kasi pag humingal dahil magkakaroon po tayo ng higit na problema. So we always aim for ginhawa. And that is only something we get if we are grateful and thankful for everything that we have.
Wow. To be grateful always. Ma'am Claudette?
Ako, Father, ang sasabihin ko lang is communication. No? The importance of communication sa ating mga parents, sa ating mga students, sa lahat ng tao. Kasi through communication, kung ano man ang problema natin, lahat may solusyon. And always magpasalamat sa taas, sa Lord, sa ating mga ginagawa ngayon. Yun lang po.
Thank you everyone. No, thank you. There is a greater need to acknowledge that mental health issues are but a reality. And these need a lot of attention, not only from the psychologists, as we have here, but from every one of us. We must find ways to care for the mental well-being of our fellow men and women. Thank you again to our guests who have given their time and presence with Ma'am Claudette, Ma'am Chat, Ma'am Karen, and Sir Ryan. And thank you everyone for listening. We hope to hear each other again soon to another episode of the Friar's Desk. Laudare, benedicere, predicare. Let's praise, bless, and preach the Word of God. Have a good day, everyone, and God bless us all. And this is Friar's Desk.